Back in the building for another episode of Notes from the Negro section. There's only four of us in here today, though. I got my man Dub in the building. I got my man HQ. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Bo in the building. Big win and lost. They lost in the sauce somewhere. We're going to get them back next week, though. It's all good. But, of course, you got your man, Q Lewis, holding it down right now, man. We about to talk about something that's really prevalent in the black community, man. And I ain't talking about incarceration. I'm talking about the N-word. We want to see exactly what's going on with the N-word, and is it something that we should be using as a source of power, or should we just stop using it because it's been used against us for so long? So we're going to go around the table, of course, and get a different spin on exactly where we need to go with this N-word. But then at the end, of course, we're going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to throw a little wrench in the game real quick and ask a question to end it out. But just to get started, man, with the N-word, I know Dub had a lot to say about this. So we're gonna start with you first, bro. What do you think about the N-word and where is it in the community today? Should we be tossing it out or should we be embracing it?
The N-word in the community. It's staying in the community. Well, I say outside the community should be using it. Just the fact that, I mean, like I said, you said it was used against us so long by so many people.
For sure.
And I feel like we took the power out, they took the authority power from over us, you know, because they used it as a term to beat us down against it. We took it and embraced it. And, you know, it's like same thing with females who say, they call each other bitches all the time, you know, and they don't want to say about that shit at all. You know, it's all good. Right. As long as you're the female, you can say it. But a dude is a problem, right? Which, you know, some people would look at that way as an issue too. But I feel like this, you know, it's a term that that we use, and they took that from my understanding. I'm not sure how factual this is, but somebody told me this, that they went to Africa, and there was a term used. It actually literally is a term, negus, Negus, was a term that is used for a king, right? And they took it and used it against us. You know, as in trying to demean us, you know, it beat us down. Oh, you a king, huh? But you my slave. So you head nigga, all right, nigga. So beating us over the head with it. But if that's the truth, the origin of the word is a powerful word, and a term that's royalty. So why shouldn't we ever use it? You can't use it. It's our word. You know, you use it improperly. We're using it right now. You know, and so
for sure.
Yes, people, a lot of older generations, it's hard to discern the term that we use with each other, the term endearment, the N-E-G-G-A, to the N-I-G-G-E-R, you know, that the white people use that enslaved us, the Europeans, and beat us down over the head with it. You know, and so I feel like it's our word now. We took control of it, and we can use it much more than use it. And nobody else outside the community should tell us how or when we should use it. Now, honestly, I understand people in the community say don't use it for that reason, but I feel like it ain't going nowhere. They still call us that all the goddamn time when they want to demean us and bring us down. So why shouldn't we use it when we want to use it to bring us each other up?
Right.
You know?
I agree with you on that point. HQ, man, what you say, dog? You a Dub on that or what? What's your take on it?
Hey, I agree with Dub. Like, at this point, because it's like it's so ingrained in our DNA and our culture. It's like it's a verb action. It's like that joke Bernie Mac cracked from King Comedy. It's a verb, noun, and an adjective all in one. Like you could tell by the way somebody says you're in trouble, you getting props, or you did, or giving props, or they just want to say what up. Like you just literally know. Oh my nigga. Like nigga, you really nigga. Like man, what did I just do? Like yeah, you dumbass. Like get your ass over here. Like nigga, you really thought that was gonna work?
Right.
Well, yeah, I did. Like you know, and I thought opening the paint can and then putting it back in Chris' book bag, I thought I wasn't gonna open it again, nigga. You gonna put it back in here half open?
Nigga, I was messed up.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like I said, we take it back, but it's like I think it's that video that's circulating that I don't like to sound racist, but it's just the fact that everything is endeared to white culture. Like, well, why can't I use it? Why can't I say it? Why can't I, do this and do that? It's like that video of that black professor explaining it. Like, you've been trained all your life. Everything is for you, and now there's one word that's come out that's being obviously hip hop is mainstream now. We can't say, like, why can't I say it? It's in all my favorite songs.
Right.
Y'all can't. And I think that's where the exclusion is. You got some blacks that I don't care what white people say it. Like, yeah, you don't, but then it's those ones that do care, that other 50% of the coin that do care, and then your white friend getting his ass kicked, like, man, just don't say that. Just don't say the word. I mean, I'm just singing a song like, dude, don't be a smart ass. It's like rapping a female's lyrics. If you talk about deep throat dicks, you gonna rap that part of the song like niggas, like when Lil Kim used to say shit. We were kids. We just stopped singing and we just stopped the song like Queen B in the beat about the rhythm. And she get the money in the shit. Like, I'm not about to take you through dicks. Like, I don't do that. So
you're right. I never thought of it like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, just use some common sense. But I do think we've given it power. We took ownership on it. But in this, like I said, in this mainstream America, they're scared because they're losing everything. They really trying to show the world that they should be able to say whatever they want, whenever they want. What do you mean I'm offended? Man, let's just don't say the word. I mean, it's in the rap lyrics. Why should not? I thought at some point use common sense. It's just like it was something like Charlamagne was on Bill Meyer. He's like, well, people don't realize, like, even if you ain't overtly racist, like most of America that supports Trump, y'all not rich like him. You can be overtly racist when you're rich and wealthy. Like, but when you broke, that's just the dumbest thing ever. Like, don't say it because you can lose your livelihood, lose your job, and two, get your ass kicked. So it's like, pick and choose. So, like, just let that word be. Even for some black dudes, like, man, even when we used to joke, hey man, go ahead and say it, dog. And then it was just cool that we had good, strong white friends with good backbones. Like, no, dog, I'm not saying it. Hey man, it's all right, nigga. You say shit. Go ahead, nigga. Go ahead, nigga. I'm glad we had some good white friends. I was like, no, I just don't feel comfortable saying I ain't saying that shit. All right, then, fuck you. You just, you just down. Just know you down. Wherever we go, you good. But I'm just glad we had strong white friends that just wouldn't play into our dumbness when we were young and naive and shit. When they could have got there. I told that to my son with his friends. I was like, I'm looking at your text message from your white friend. You was a nigga this, nigga that through your text messages. I'm gonna let it be known, like, dog, he not that type of kid. So I suggest you tell your friend to chill out with that nigga shit. Because if he say this shit in front of the wrong group of black people, he gonna get his ass kicked, and you ain't gonna do shit about it. Trust me, you gonna let him get his ass kicked. So why don't you warn him? Say, man, I know you say that shit around me, but just start cutting that. Like, cut it out, dog. Like, it's just not cool. So I don't want to see you get your ass beat, and you in front of the wrong group of black dudes, and they whoop your ass, and I'm just gonna look because I ain't gonna jump in. I'm gonna tell them to stop, but I'm just gonna let them whoop your ass. I'm gonna be real with you.
Right.
And,
exactly.
like I said, it's our word, like I said, but it's just that undying mental block they got, that everything should be for everybody. I think that's what's wrong with the world. And majority of it is, white people realize, hey man, that's just some Asians do, that's just some Indians do, that's just some Native Americans do, that's just some, Chinese people do, that's just some black people do. Well, I should be able to do it too. No, like, nigga, I'm not going in Asia, calling motherfuckers
chinks and shit.
Gooks and chinks and shit. Like, I just don't.
Gooks and
they may do it.
Nah.
Like, I'm not doing it. Like, I unless I get super heated as a homosexual, but which is be very, very, very rare, like 0.001%. Like, the flat out call homosexual a flat out fag. Like, now they going. If you walking past, you hear them conversation. That's they. From what I understand from the the female gays, the lesbian women I know, like they call each other bull dykes and fags and shit, but that's probably their version of saying the N-word. But I'm not about to call a lesbian or a homosexual fag or bull dyke out loud to their face. Like, I don't have that right. Like, I don't want to go down that road and then fuck around. I got 6 grown ass homosexual men kicking my ass. So what happened? What this dude said he one dude fat. I don't need to be on that.
I listen to pretty tough ones too.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And fucking with the transgender, they showing transgenders beating motherfuckers' ass. So I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that action. So I'm gonna just respect it. Like, hey, I just don't say that word, man. It's not my word to say. Well, I should be able, if I could eat it, I was gonna call a motherfucker punk ass bitch. Like, man, you a punk ass bitch. But like I said, I agree with you. Like, our word. Like, it's our word that, but they just gotta. It's like, I hate sounding like I'm racist, but it's like at some point you just gotta know some things ain't for everybody, and you gotta respect the fact that it ain't for you. So leave it at that. But why can't I? The dog, it just ain't. So just leave it alone. You ain't hurting nobody. Ain't nobody hurting you because you can't say the word. So leave it alone.
Right.
That's unfair.
You gotta be like an old school parent because I said so.
Yeah.
Because I said so.
Go get your ass kicked in. When you get your ass kicked, don't blame nobody but yourself.
Exactly. Hell no. Yo, Bo, what'd you say about that, man? What did you say about the N-word? Is niggas crazy or should niggas be putting it away?
Hey, what my man Rod said, hey, ain't everything for everybody, right? You know, I mean, I don't know if y'all know him or not, or know of him, but my man is named Michael Harriet, right? He writes for the Root, and he has go to like any public place by the cashier, just yell out, straight white people. You know, look at the reactions you get. Then he was like,
what?
Go to that same public place, stand by the cashier,
straight white people,
and yell out niggas, and then see the type of reactions you get. And his whole point then is that all of the hate, all of just what goes into that word, man, the way it was supposed to make us feel, you know, that's the strength of that word, right? So that's why white folks can never say that shit, like never again, like never. You know, why can't I? You know, I don't know you explanation. Just know you can't say that shit. You know what I mean? Like straight up.
Right.
It don't belong to you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna explain it to you because you don't, it's the hate being left out of anything, man. You know, like white folks put a flag on the moon, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We want the moon too, goddamn it. You know what I mean? Hell no.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's our
They love the moon.
And nobody that's not black gonna tell me that I can't use that shit. That's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Right. I ain't gonna get into it too deeply right now, but like, that's just white folks hate being left out of shit. You know, it's that whole colonial attitude. And again, when we say white folks, we ain't talking about all of them. You know, but
a majority of them,
man. Yeah. You know, and like Rod said, it's like HQ said, man, I ain't about to go to China or go to Argentina or go to wherever and start calling cats derogatory names. You know what I mean? Just so I can say it. You know, and then you know, people be like, hey, it's in the music, it's in this and it's in that, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's cool. Listen to the music. You ain't got to say the shit, you know? It's like old boy Kendrick, you know, he put a little white chick up on the stage and, you know, she started rapping. He was like, whoa, I got to take the mic back. You know, no, you can't say that, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
yeah. And she really acted like she couldn't understand that, though.
Yeah, she was like, wait, hold up. You know, it's like, no. No, you can't say that.
Right.
You know?
And of course, it do put you at odds because obviously it is in the music. I mean, it's an art form, but at the same time, just like HQ said earlier, there's a lot of female rappers talking about sucking dick and this, that, and the third. You're not gonna recite those lyrics. Like, I bet you skip over that. You know what I'm saying? So what was your question? What was your question, Doug?
So when you talk about the white females, right, who have the black boyfriends for the sons, I'm why they feel like they can say that shit. I don't get it. Like, My boyfriend black. And what about Smoky Man? Your boyfriend black. That does not give you automatically access to saying nigga. Sorry, your son black. Don't say that shit. You can say that shit. You can't say that shit.
Concept though. That's an interesting concept.
I've seen it. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Like, don't say that. I know your baby daddy black. I know who he is, but he can't say that. You can't say that shit.
That's weird though. That's a kind of weird thing, especially if you're in the same household and everybody uses it except you. I guess at that point you kind of feel left out though. you can't have a conversation. So what? Your great granddaddy fucked it up for you. If your great had to do all that bullshit, you can say that shit, but he did, so you can't say it. Sorry. Hell nah. Hey, so I did want to ask this though, as far as the actual N word, you know what I'm saying? As far as saying the word nigga, do y'all think that it is a generational thing though? Like, is it our older generation that has such a problem with it, or is it something that we all still struggle with at this point? And I guess let me see, HQ, I'll go to you first on that. You think it's a generational thing? Did we kind of let it go, and our older generation just holding it over our head, or are we all dealing with that same struggle?
I think we all dealing with that same struggle because it's like it's just, I think it's our older generation's hypocrisy. Like, you know, even though we probably only three at best 3-4 generations from being owned, but you know, when the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, when we really started, you know, really gaining, making some leeway, making pivotal moves here in America's history, I think we just, you know, like I said, just started turning into our own word. But we still had those, you know, those grandparents, those great grandparents who still remember, you know, what, you know, the negative impact of that word. But I just think we're just in our own way to say hypocrisy is like, at this point, it's our word. We gave it. Like I said, it ain't the fact that it's not positive, and it's positive and negative. Like I said, it's a noun, verb, adjective, everything you can think of. Like it'll make you know. It'll let you. It was a joke that Cedric Entertainment did. Like, it'll let you know when the food good. It's like, hey man, like, who cooked? He's like, the old girl make that potato salad or make the cornbread. Nigga, go get you one, nigga. Go get you one.
Right.
Like, just to let you know some food good, but it's like we gave it positive. It got positive and negative energy at this point in this stage of the game. So it's just us, like I said, at this point, still wanting to hold the candle to remember my opinion, remember our ancestors who got beat for that word, and that word tore them down mentally. But now, like over 100 years later, that word signifies, you know, positive stuff. Your friend graduated college. My nigga did it. My nigga got his MBA. My nigga got his PhD. Right. My nigga got his MBA. Yo, my nigga's a talent ambassador at Amazon. Like, we gave it positive energy. So I just don't. I don't know. Like, all I can say is, at this point, it's use as you will. I
don't know who that nigga
but don't.
You don't know who that nigga would be.
You know, but at this point, it's like any word in the English dictionary. Use as you will, but also make sure that people understand. Like, hey man, even it's a derogatory statement, but it's our derogatory statement. We'll make it positive. We'll make it negative. Y'all don't make it nothing. It means nothing to y'all. So you shouldn't say, like I said, call them a bunch of Mexicans wetbacks. Like, when you get your ass kicked by 10 Mexicans and shit, are you? Right. Like I said, like, I don't even like that they call the show Blackish, or, you know, that show Fresh Off the Boat. I was like they letting you shoot your, even though the shows have good content, well, they letting you know they want you to try to use satire with the Fresh Off the Boat. Like, like, nigga, you say that to an Asian over the age of 40, he'll probably kick your ass. Oh, you fresh off the boat, he'll probably kick your ass right there. And I know white people say black, like, I like that show with Anthony Anderson. Blackish?
Right. Right. Well, I mean, it ain't like it say niggers.
Well, I mean, you might as well.
That'd be on BET, nigga.
Right there.
Agree. Like I said, Boondocks. Like I think was that Boondocks, and everybody said I think Boondocks got good. It started when it started popping off. It had good content, the story, but they allowed us to say nigga flat out in the cartoon. But when they saw it was making way too much money, they found a way to cancel the show. Like if it was making that much money, why is it still on the TV? Like we don't got majority ownership of that shit, so it's got to go off the air. Like I said, pretty soon.
No, that's the different story with that one.
Like Blackish, I think Blackish and even Grownish, pretty soon. Like I said, if you look at Grownish, they keep introducing more and more white lead characters for her to be friends with. Like obviously, we all go to school. We choose a diverse background, diverse group of friends, but at least 60-70% of our day, we gonna kick it with the the Grubs and the Sisters and the Quad. We ain't gonna be chilling, everywhere. With that 30-40%, like we're diverse, but like every time you look up, there's a new white lead character, for her to hang out with. Like it's okay, it's our thing. Like it's our thing. Like the N word is ours, so it's hypocrisy that's in it, but it's our word. So leave it alone.
That's just what it is. So, Bo, what you say, man? Is it a generational thing, dog? You know what I'm saying? Is it the old folks that's keeping us shackled to it, or is it all of our problems?
No, I think it's all of us, man. I mean, I guess the scenario is funnier, when I'm saying when we say the old folks keeping us to it, because we all talk about the old heads, nigga this, nigga that, blah blah blah, and then and then we think about the younger crowd being, more liberal and accepting and shit like that, and they probably are, but like, at least in my family, and around my circle, whether if you 48 or you 18, you say the N word and you ain't black, you got an ass whooping coming your way, man. Like straight up, dude. That's not happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I mean, I don't really think it's a generational thing, man. I just think, young cats are aware. At least I would like to think most young cats are aware of, the history of that word, right? And what it really means. And, it's like, I run into a lot of black folks who was like, and we don't want white folks to say it, then we probably shouldn't say it either. No, not at all, bro. I'm not worried about making them comfortable. That's on them. And what I use it as, that's on them to get over that shit. That's not on me. You know what I mean? It's like we always trying to, I was reading some article on the internet not long ago, man, and they was talking about, I ain't gonna get up too far off track, but they was talking about old boy Hannibal, and they did like a documentary on the History Channel about Hannibal, and the actor that played Hannibal was like dark skinned. He looked like he was like Q Lawson. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was dark. You know what I mean? And the History Channel got a lot of pushback, man. Like whoa, Hannibal wasn't blah 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 blah. So I was reading that this one author, he was kind of going off on black folks. And not from the standpoint that he was, taking up for white folks, but from the standpoint is like, dude, why we always got to rely on them to tell us our history? We just do our own shit. Fuck what they got to say. And fuck what they think about the shit. Just do your own shit, bro. And like that shit really resonated with me, man. It's like, I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you're comfortable or uncomfortable. That's me. That's what I'm going to say. My young folks, they, the cats I'm around, they feel that way. The old heads, they feel the same. It's whatever, man. So I don't think it's a generational thing at all. I just think, if it's enough of us around, not even enough. If it's one or two of us around, and we hear somebody that's not black say that shit, automatically my antenna's going up. Like, okay, who about to get their ass whipped?
Right.
So yeah,
right.
That's the way I feel about it, bro.
What you say? Generational thing.
The word was I think it's a generational issue. Say it again?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
What was that?
No, I was just gonna say, think our reaction to the word and everything, like, do you think it's a generational thing, or is it a total thing? Like all of us got the same issue?
See, I see a little different. I see a lot of young kids who, like, especially like under 20. We need
to grab
way different
perspective.
I'm just not even a kid at 20. I've seen been around on some real shit. They really kind of, unless you say it directly as being full on attacking saying nigga, they don't take offense to it. They make concessions for people. Oh, they just being because they're cool. You know, no. You can't just let them be cool because that when they get mad at your ass, they'll say to you, you know, you be mad as hell because you nigga when they're mad at you. They'll say a different way. You know the difference in that shit, but you ain't okay for them to say that shit to your ass off rip.
Right.
And so they'll be all shocked when you flip out their ass. So they said to you 100 times yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
And so like in the older generation, they like with both like they immediately as soon as any white person say that shit, they jumping up. They don't care who you are, who you around with, and they ready to fight your ass over that shit. An example being, my homeboys from high school, right? They a bunch of black dudes hang out with our white friends, right? They drunk as pissy drunk. I had all telling them to say nigga. He finally said it. And the next time over, a 60-something-year-old black man with two young females heard him say it. Now, mind you, these are some real niggas that he's sitting with. Like, just fucked up. And he jumped up, and the kid that was with him, he swung on my boy, right? And there was a fight in the middle of them. Off rip.
What?
Because he said the white boy said nigga. Because white, he ain't got no home training, man. Y'all niggas ain't got no home training. I would never. So I thought it might be a dumb shit, but I was never for that shit. I saw the video and I heard about the story, but yeah, like, and that's what happened. Like, so it's a different, just big reaction. Like, the young cats, they hear it, they make excuses for it. They try to find a reason to make it okay for them, and it's never okay. So like I said, it's like historically and not still going on. They still use it to try to mean and try to tear us down. So we can't make it consistent with our home, our friends, or whatever it is. If you mix, your mama says shit. Your mama don't say that shit no more. Because at the end of the day, somebody wrong back when you say that shit, they go into your mouth off rip. And I can't mad at them. I can't mad at them, mom, for doing it. But I'm gonna defend you.
Say that again, Chris. They doing what?
Going in your mouth.
Going off rip.
What, Chris?
For real, they are. They are for real. You know that. You know that shit. So, your mom can touch your mouth because she said nigga. Tell her don't say that shit. Your two friends don't say that shit. You know, because at the end of the day, some small here come out their mouth and not know where they're coming from, but it always be an instant trigger and they come for you. I said he was 60 years old. We was in our early 20s. Now, it is a table with a young black male in their 20s with one white boy at the table sitting with him. This 60-year-old old man hopped up, didn't care, left the door, and went and swung on him. Didn't give a damn.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what happened. So I see the difference in the generations. Like you said, your son's friends text a nigga. That shit don't happen. My friends ain't never gonna say that shit ever to me. Ever around me. Then I say the home, when rapping the rock Tupac song, they might do it there, they do it out. They don't do it for their white friends. They know some shit might happen. They know they shouldn't say it. So I do think there's a generational difference in it. Like my dad, he's 72 years old. He tried to use whatever. He tried, he had a few degrees, and he tried to be whatever. But he get mad enough, he'll put a nigga out. He'll say nigga in a second. But don't let white man say that shit though. Don't let him say it.
Nah, for real.
He'll hop his ass over there. His boy ass will try to do something about that shit. Like really, don't say it. And these young cats learn.
Like, you say what? Go
don't get all your pass on that shit. Because I think if you care about the person in your life, and like you pass on saying it, you set their asses up. Because other people don't know if you being racist, if you being cool, what it is, they don't know. And they don't defend it.
Right.
Like you being racist, like you're attacking them.
Right. I mean, because originally that's what the word was used for. I mean, basically to oppress some people. But at the end of the day, I think too, we put ourselves in those situations too by outwardly using the word around them though. So I think that's where the argument about the rap lyrics comes in. I think when you got close personal friends, it's always tough because we get so comfortable around each other saying nigga that sometimes it slip out when you're talking to white people, you know, who you're friends with. And you know what I really wonder is how awkward is it for white people? Like, is it awkward for them when you saying it around? Like, do it make them uncomfortable, or do it just make them want to say it? You know, that's right. What do you say, man? I really kind of wonder, though. Like, because I know it's a lot of people I think make them uncomfortable only because they want to be able to say it, not because of the word itself, but they just want to be able to say it. And that just go back to what Bo and HQ said, man. It's like, again, I guess we got to keep preference and everything with not to sound racist, but it do really feel like, you know, white people always want to be included. Like, they always want to be able to do something. And I think that's where the problem is. We already don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? As black people, we already have nothing. Let us just have this. And then, and just like Bo said, like, I don't owe you no explanation. Just don't say it. Like, I don't have to explain to you why. Just don't say this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like people mom used to tell them, like, you know, why? Like, because I said so. Like, that should just be it. And I wish the world was that simple, where you really could just tell white people, like, no, you just can't use it. You know what I'm saying? But and something we was talking about the other day was just how we get so offended, you know, by the word nigga when other people use it. But it's like we always are so freely throwing out racist words. Like, we do this shit all the time, especially towards white people. And what I really started figuring is, and this is where I'm about to throw a little different question out here, where I really feel the difference is that when we feel like we're allowed to say those certain things, it kind of feel like, to me, what we doing in that aspect is really feeding into the point that we are inferior. And the reason I say that is because when you feel that you're inferior to somebody, you feel like it's easier to throw stones at them. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like it's more acceptable because we beneath them anyway. And this is kind of deeper than I anticipated. But really, the thing is that maybe we need to check ourselves on that too, in order to get a better response on the word nigga. Like, it can't be so acceptable for, like, black comedians to get on TV and be calling white people hunkies and crackers and shit, and then we turn around and be mad about the nigga word. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at some point, we gonna have to get that up too. I don't think we can have everything. So this is the question I wanna throw out to kind of switch it up. In order to keep the power in this word nigga that we use amongst each other, like, do you think it's necessary that we give up the other end, like being able to loosely talk about white people with no repercussions? So that's the question I want to know. Now, like, is that gonna give us the power to keep our own word if we give up the ability to, like, dog white people? You know what I'm saying? So, Bo, I'm gonna hit you with that first, bro. What you say?
I mean, I think you're asking the wrong person, man. Because honestly, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So
I have a question real quick. I have a question real quick.
Time, like sitting around and thinking about it and wondering, you know, what's going on with them or what can I say to offend them? Because I really don't give a fuck about them that much, really. You know what I mean? So I mean, to me, it's, you know, I'm not gonna go around calling people derogatory names and stuff like that, but they just ain't on my mind like that. So to me, it's like whatever. Really? You know? Yeah.
Damn.
Realest nigga ever right there. Realest nigga ever. Hey, Quincy, Q, I have a question though. The term cracker, you know where it comes from?
I don't, honestly.
The term cracker it's short for whip cracker. Person whipped his cracker whip on it. It was a job title, not directly term. It was a job title. That's what it was.
Oh shit! I never knew that. Word.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, it's some slave days. They was whip crack. He whip crack whip on them. That's what it was.
Right.
That's the term. That's what that term means.
Wow.
And we just they just watered it down a little bit. Yeah. Now, that comes from something else. Honestly, that come from. We do the etymology, but cracker comes from that. It's a job title, not necessarily a derogatory term as far as races evolves.
See, so you use all the time and even derogatory.
It's not. It's a job title.
Even with cracker, man. I mean, there's still power within that, right? Because you said it was cracker, right?
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, so it's still, it's power in that, right? So again, man, like I don't care if it's white folks, I don't care if it's Hispanic, I don't care if it's Asian. I ain't going around calling nobody no derogatory name because I don't want to do that to me, right? But
right,
when you going back to your question one more time, like you say, should we ease up on saying nigga or whatnot? Or if we use nigga, should we ease up on using derogatory terms for them? In my case, individually for me, I don't think about them enough to even use derogatory terms for them. So I'm gonna say hell no.
For real.
Hell no.
I
HQ, what you say, bro? Right. HQ, what you say, bro?
Honestly, I'm with Carl. I don't think nobody under the age of 50 still really use derogatory statements towards white people. I just think we just hit them with these motherfuckers. This motherfucker, like I just don't. So it don't even make me see when I see something doing wrong. Little cracker ass cracker, like even though Chris Rock and Charlamagne the guy cracked those jokes, but like that's the farthest thing I see. I just thought I was saying white people, like man, that's just some white people shit. Like just what it is. Leave it alone. Like, I don't have to figure it out. It's just what it is. Man. So like,
I might say that one too.
Right.
Like I said, I don't think we need to give up nothing because honestly, like I get in debates with people like this. Like I ain't here to say nobody's bad, nobody's overtly bad, but history has shown, like dog, everything y'all done has been in the betterment of y'all, the negative portrayal of other people. So nobody's really like, nobody really trying to judge y'all, but it's like, y'all want to, why can't we do this? Like, we're not saying y'all can't. We're not saying by law you can't. We're just telling you morally, at some point, when people going to have the moral compass, like, they be trying to be the main ones using the moral compass on people, on different groups and different genres and different ethnicity. But it's like, honestly, y'all don't want to be breaking the moral compass. Y'all be trying to hit us with the technical shit.
Hell yeah.
On the moral compass,
right.
y'all don't want to just be honest to yourselves. Like, morally, you just know it's wrong. I mean, but technically, I'm just saying a rap lyric. Like, but ain't nobody thinking about y'all like that. It's y'all thinking about us, like other cultures. Well, why can't we do this?
Right.
We're not thinking about it. If y'all want to come party with us, come party. Y'all want to hang out, do rap lyrics, cool. It's when we try to do y'all thing, we don't know if Hootie and the Blowfish going to be good the next, they're $1 million rock band. It's like, come on, dude. Tiger Woods, like, we want to play golf too. Like, we playing golf. Like, you guys are, well, damn, they good. You know what? Come on, dude. Like, no, I think every other culture is accepting of other people's differences and uniqueness, but white people, like, well, why you gotta be different than us? Because that's what it is. They got fat, they're bigger, stronger, faster than you. Well, that's not fair. Well, we're 90% of the NBA, 90% of the NFL. So
right. We're still, we're still a minority in everything else.
Yeah, I don't use it enough. I really don't use, Caucasian derogatory statements to really even think about it. Like, it just don't even cross my mind when I just see some, I see a school shooting. God, which is unfortunate. When I see a school shooting, like, okay, well, what white person did this? Oh, okay, white people shit.
Right.
I had this argument with my friend, like, we may shoot up a club randomly and random people get hit, but we're not strategically planning how to take about 17 to 25 people out at one motherfucking time. Like, pull out the
there's a lot of leg wounds.
Ain't nobody planning. Ain't nobody planning that though. Like, nobody planning. Like, what? Thursday night I'm gonna go shoot up Nicky's. Like, it's you got mad at somebody in there and then you shot up the club trying to get that one person, which is still stupid. Like, both of them stupid.
And miss everybody.
Both of them stupid.
And miss everybody, right? but nobody planning on Monday. Like, Thursday night we go slide down here and shoot up the club.
Yeah, like you get that school shooting shit. I just be like, hey, white people, this is white people shit. Like what white person did this now? And if bam, it come out.
I will say one thing, bro. Like, you know, Atlanta had broke it down, dude. The show Atlanta, Florida man. Yeah, that's the story term for him now. Florida man. You know what I mean? Random Florida man eats dude off the street. Random Florida man kills blah blah blah. Random Florida man. Y'all go ahead and look that up. Random Florida man. Whoever listening, hey, Florida man, look that one up.
It was called Random Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Yeah.
I remember that. I never really sat and watched the episode, but I do remember I saw some clips on YouTube. Like, you ever heard Florida Man? Is when anything strange go down to Florida, it happened to Florida Man. Some shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. So yeah, you're right.
No, Atlanta shit, man. That shit is the real deal right there. No, so Doug, what you say, Doug? You on the same boat as them? You don't use enough derogatory white lingo and shit?
I don't. Like they said, I feel like that's another generational thing. The difference, like I said, people who use terms like crack and all that, white people are older. They've been through the shit. They've been through shit through the 60s and 50s where they have some animosity towards white people. We have outright just blatant disrespect towards them from white people. You know, and I understand. I had a 97-year-old aunt who passed away, and she was fair skinned and like she was mostly Native American, right? But she was treated poorly by white. She hated white people, hated it. Like she had nurses came and taking care of her, always calling her crackers and honkies, and I'm like, you gotta calm down, don't say that. And she y'all trust them, you don't trust them ever. I'm like, they have this fear and this hate towards them, and she had the term nigger. She hated that term, but we use the derogatory term towards white people. And I found that most of the world's older people, they'll say a term against white people, but won't use the term nigger.
Right.
And they get set. They heard the term. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's because they were like I think HQ said they were so close in proximity to that really happening. Like for us, it's generations away. For them, it was like a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like a parent was a slave, or shit, they was a slave. You know what I'm saying? So,
my dad. My dad said his bouncer, right? They both were raised. They were adults before civil rights happened. Like they were grown men before they were allowed to use the bathroom. You know what I mean? So you were raised in this shit where you were being called nigger, and it was okay. And by everybody, and nobody looked better out when you being called nigger and being treated like shit. And you can't ride the back of the bus. You change your drink on. You know what I mean? They were raised in this shit. And instead of being called niggas, that term them is worse than worse. They fought. They were adults before they were able to have any type of equality. But it wasn't really equality. Right. It was just we be a little less racist towards you, a little bit less racist towards you. That was it.
Right. Basically.
You know what I mean? That's
never was really equality.
Never. It still ain't. You know what I mean? And so it's. And both said. I think about them enough to even warrant even some of a term towards them that's derogatory at all, because I don't care what you got going on at all.
Right.
I have other shit that go on with my life besides calling you something that is going to hurt you, which really wrong, because at the end of the day, y'all run the world. Y'all been in charge of the world for years. Y'all colonize everything. Y'all take everything. Y'all want this world. You can't have this world. One thing you can't have. You took over every continent. To all people's culture and everything, and integrated to yours. You took the word and you took the word from us and used it against us for years, hundreds of years. We took it back now, and you can't use it now. Get over it. It's one word you can have. One thing you can have in the whole world. One thing.
Right.
Give it up. Let us have it. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm a both.
They just don't care enough, huh?
Nah, for what?
I think, I kind of agree, and like you said, I think it's an older generation thing on that too, because I think we don't, in this generation, we don't really care enough to be derogatory towards them or anybody else. Like honestly, because it's too hard to be black anyway, to be trying to figure out how to make somebody else mad. So I think we all in agreement on that. Before because we're about to wrap it up. Because I think we only got about 10 minutes left on the stream here. But we're gonna wrap it up like this. And we're gonna go around the table one last time. But as far as the N word, all right. So we kind of in agreement that we've taken it and given it the power that we feel like it deserves, and we want it to be our own. And we don't really owe nobody else the explanation whether they can use it or not. But looking at the next generation, so not the generation right now, not the 18 to the 25 generation, but like the younger kids. Do y'all think that it's a necessity that perhaps we stop using it so that they never even learn what the word is? So, Dub, I'm going to hit you with that first, man. What you say?
Oh, wait. Hell of a question there. I don't know. Because like Ryan said, I use it for so much. It is so embedded in my language now. I don't see how I would stop using it. And yeah, it's everything. You know what I mean? Like he said, like it's really our term of power we use for each other, our term of endearment. You know, like Fox said, he even gave it the definition. He said it's never getting goals accomplished. What nigga mean? I'm a real nigga. So I'm gonna use it until I die. That's what he said. So like, I mean, you know, I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, yeah, the original term meant king, royalty. Fuck it, let's keep using that shit until it became full circle to mean what it meant originally. Like I said, we get the power from it, can't use it anymore. You know, right. And it's ours now, and it's ours to do what we want with it. Now, I feel like if we decide to collectively get rid of it as a whole, all right, maybe I stop using it. But if my kids use it, I ain't gonna tell them not to use it. I'm gonna tell them how to use it properly. I'm teaching them not to use it. Right. Allow people to use it around them. So especially when their friends that they care about who's not black use it, because you don't want to see them get hurt or use something they don't understand. Because I feel like it's something that's like coach say I'm best friend, buddy, pal, whatever they want to use. Don't say nigga. My homeboy, my best. Whoever want to say, don't say nigga. Somebody gonna hear that because Bo won't hear you say that shit, and Bo he gonna punch you in the fucking face. Off rip, and not ask him why you said it, not ask if you were meant to any harm and all. He's gonna hit you in the face. And that's it. And that's gonna be in there. So, like, if they use it, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is how you use it like this. Don't use it like that. And have understanding what it means. And then let them choose for themselves. It's America, baby, free country.
I feel you. Bo, what you say, bro?
Man, so again, bro, it's like I'm gonna teach it to them. I think they still should say it, you know, because I think what happens, man, like they don't look. I'm gonna say they don't look to us to teach them, you know, their history or whatnot, right? So we should look to them to teach them our history, you know. If you want it done right, do it yourself, right? You know, I think we get to a point where we are so used to being managed and maintained and whatnot. You know, we try to figure out these, you know, utopian situations so everybody can get along and all that. Fuck that, bro. You know, I'm taking care of my own, man. You know, and part of that is teaching them history, and that's part of our history. Right. You know, because you know, my you know, I guess my fear is this: that we don't teach them that, we don't teach them what it means and who can say it and who can't say it. History repeats itself, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I think we do need to teach them that.
I hear you on that. HQ, what you say, bro?
I'm with Carl. Like, I just think that like we're constantly trying, like like I said, I don't like to sound like, maybe it sounds like I'm overly racist or whatever, but it's just like they're constantly trying to tell you how to dictate your history and how to tell it. That it forms as it's going to form as if, you know, there's always been a great relationship between the masses, and I think that only happens because the accommodating race is like, you know, maybe we should let this go. No, they slaughtered Native Americans. It's genocide. Yeah. Well, maybe we should let that go. No, they should. They should know about their ancestors. They should know their ancestors ran this country from shore to shore. Was free in this country from shore to shore. And our kids should know that, that this word means something different what it meant when, your great grandparents was worried, like, and you couldn't eat at the same restaurant. Like, there's such thing as a colored water fountain. So what's that? Where you can only sip from. You can't sip from where you easily sipping from in school right now. You can't do that shit. You literally went outside when it was raining to go get water. So I'm not gonna let them forget the aspect of their history. Like, now this word, it meant this to tear us down, but we took it back and gave it positive, reinforcement. It still holds some negative reinforcement, but it ain't to tear you down on a I'm better than you level. Just, hey, you did some dumb shit. And that's our way of saying dumb shit. That's our adjective for saying did dumb shit. Like when you see them somebody close the door, like hold on, man. I close the door like, nigga, I don't have my key. Oh my right. Right. And it's like, so we can't let our younger generation forget that, like, hey, it means this, and this, and you rapping it to a rap song, but, make sure you know what it means. So, just in case of you sitting in your homeboy, y'all gonna have a more diverse background because we as the next generation are having a better financial setting than our parents did and put us in a more diverse educational system where it ain't 99% black and the only white people we knew was teachers. Like now it's, hey, your friend, your son's or daughter's best friend is Jim and Kelly. Like, hey, here, this is Jim, Dad. I'm like, oh, hey, you doing, Jim? Nice to meet you. But hey, just so you know, make sure you know, hey son, I know you rapping down there in the basement, y'all getting live to little Wiz Khalifa or your little Yachty. But make sure you don't let him sit outside the house, man, and get his ass kicked. Right. What do you mean? Like, trust me, right? Everybody ain't cool with everybody saying white, nigga. Everybody ain't cool. Right. It's like they shouldn't be cool with. But I don't know too many races that just overtly call white people crackers or white trash. It's usually them calling themselves that. Like, I rarely hear somebody say, "You white trash piece of shit." Like I just hear them say it to themselves. Like, look at this white. You be in the grocery store. Look at this white trash. Just messing up everything.
Right.
I rarely hear
it
coming from other races. Yeah, that's their term. But it's like I rarely hear it from other races. Flat out, like I always hear it from them tearing down, like, look at this white trash mullet wearing motherfucker. Like, oh, okay, so what's that? What's on the mullet? White trash stuff, dude, 101. Like, oh, okay, I ain't know that. I didn't grow up around y'all like that. I don't know y'all niggerish terms. So yeah,
I think we all kind of in agreement on that. Yeah, I think we just all in agreement though, because like you said, you don't want to not tell them because then it always leaves that chance for shit starting all over again because you just wasn't aware of where the word came from or that it even existed. So I think that's the fear in it. Like you don't want to completely take it away because then like shit just always have a way of starting all over again. And like you don't want it to be your fault. The next generation didn't understand the seriousness of the word or the seriousness of the root of the word and shit, and then allow certain things to start transpiring again. And then it'll kind of be on our backs and shoulders because we let that generation down. So I think we all kind of in agreement on that one. Both said he just go outright teach his next generation like, look, nigga.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna teach you, bro.
Right. Yo, man. On that note, though, I think we had a lively conversation tonight, dog. I think we covered some things that we always wanted to say about the N-word, and definitely we would like to hear your feedback as well. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, make sure that you do put a comment below the SoundCloud or below the YouTube video as you're watching or listening to this podcast. We want to know what you think. The N-word, should it be completely extinct or should we keep going ahead and giving it the power to possess on our own and not allow anyone else to steal that power? But till the next time, man, we had a lovely conversation. I want to thank all the homies for falling through. Got my man Bo in the building, Dub in the building, HQ. Salute to Lawson and Big Win, man. Hopefully one of these days y'all will get back to the conversation. the next time, man. This is Notes from the Negro section.
Y'all niggas be on time, bro. Be on time, niggas.
Right.
All right, my nigga.